Family, you know, because you're always around family, and it was different.
I realized I wanted to add.
My dad worked 2 jobs, my mom worked overtime to make sure that they had enough money, extra money to make sure that I went to music lessons.
My mom always said, we didn't cut your wings, so don't let anybody, especially not a man, do that to you.
We were 6 kids, and my parents were small business owners.
There aren't enough Latino leading men on television. I think that needs to happen sooner than later.
My flying extended to 2 combat tours in Vietnam. On my second tour, I was shot down 2 times.
I thought at a certain age, okay, I could coast. Or after a certain amount of movies or TV, okay, life becomes easy. Guess what? It's never easy, and it shouldn't be easy.
When I went for the audition, I was surprised. They told me, you know who's in there? I said, who? They said, Brando. He's the one that is conducting the interview. I didn't know.
Special Forces was another big event in my life because it was the ultimate challenge. They push you far beyond anything you think you're capable of.
What was wrong with this picture was there weren't a lot of Latinos on our screen or behind the screen. And Dora was the one that just popped.
I came here to New York with my mother when I was 9 years old. It was quite a shock.
I came first as a deputy chief engineer for the agency, trying to help strengthen the engineering capability of NASA, and from there to manage the Mars exploration program.
Willie Pastrana was the light heavyweight champion of the world, and the fight took place in my background, New York, Madison Square Garden.
There were many scripts given to me prior Fearless that I wanted, that a lot of producers wouldn't even see me on because I was Puerto Rican.
I had $2,500 and I bought a used truck. I always remember that the truck was so old that I could not go further than the Bronx.
Poncherello was supposed to be Italian American, so now we got to change his name from Poncherelli to Poncherello, and I made him Hispanic American.
It was hard not to notice that we had a huge and growing Puerto Rican community and not a single Puerto Rican on camera.
The music that was being heard all over New York City was Fania music.
Willie Carlo!
We played at Yankee Stadium. You know, nobody had ever heard of that. You know, a salsa concert at Yankee Stadium. First of all, who dares ask for Yankee Stadium to play a concert?
In 1975, I win the Grammy, and that Grammy was only one Grammy representing all the musical genres of Latin in the world, which is quite absurd but true.
Doctora Antonia Pantoja was a factory worker, and she recognized how Puerto Ricans and other Latinos were being discriminated against.
Those ethnic studies came about because students like myself fought for those.
To all those first pioneers, women who came to New York, they paved the way for me to be able to go to Congress.
I got tired of every time I watched the ball game, everybody sang it the same way, and everybody was kind of anxious. So I decided to do my rendition of the Star Spangled Banner because I did it with soul, with feeling.
We got several silver stars, we got several bronze stars, but only several, a handful for the actions that we have done.
That flag, when you see that flag, you know that there's another Boricua there. And we have this thing about our flag and about our patria and about our isla.
The number one thing is to have people like who they are. Part of what adolescents go through is really forming an identity, and part of that is accepting and really being comfortable with who they are.
So many Puerto Ricans have received Academy Awards, and that so many have actually reached the heights of stardom.
What's so big about this documentary is that I've always felt that Latinos, when you deal with TV, when you deal with Latinos in power, it's very hard. It's very hard for the old people to accept the young coming up. And the youth is like, what about me? What about us? We matter. We want to say something.